She deleted everything. The videos, the comments, the profile. She wiped it all in under 4 minutes, right after it happened. But here's what nobody tells you about the internet. Deleting something is not the same as making it disappear. The digital footprint. By the summer of 2021, Mara Voss had 2.3 million followers across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. She wasn't famous in the traditional sense. She was something more modern, and in some ways, more intimate. She made daily life content, morning routines, thrift hauls, long rambling drives where she talked directly into her phone like she was calling a best friend. Her followers knew her coffee order. They knew the name of her cat. They knew the intersection near her apartment because she'd filmed it from her window during a thunderstorm, and the comments section had gone absolutely feral over how cozy it looked. They thought they knew her. And then, on the night of September 14th, 2021, her neighbour, Daniel Thorne, 34, was found unconscious in the stairwell of their shared building. Blunt force trauma, critically injured. No camera in that stairwell. No witnesses. No one who heard a thing. Mara Voss told investigators she'd been at home all evening, alone. She was calm. She was cooperative. And she had no motive, at least none that was immediately apparent. For the first 48 hours, detectives had almost nothing. And then, a fan account did something that would change everything. A fan account. Her name was Priya Nair, 19 years old, a college student in Ohio who had spent the last 2 years running an unofficial fan archive for Mara Voss's content. Every video, every live stream, every story. She'd downloaded and catalogued them with the obsessive, loving precision of a museum curator. And on September 15th, the morning after Daniel Thorne was found, Priya noticed something was missing. A video from the night before. Mara had posted it at 9:47 p.m., a casual 40-second clip, just her apartment, lo-fi music in the background, a half-eaten bowl of noodles, her cat asleep on the couch. The caption read, "Quiet night in." Mara had deleted it by 11:15 p.m., shortly before police responded to the 911 call about Thorne. But Priya had already downloaded it. She had the file. And she sent it, along with a nervous, apologetic DM, to the detective's public tip line. Not because she thought she was solving a crime. She just thought it seemed like the kind of thing someone should know about. What she couldn't have known was what that video contained. Not what was visible in the frame, what was buried inside the file itself. Modern smartphones don't just record video, they record context. Hidden inside the metadata of every clip, baked silently into the file like a watermark you can't see, is a timestamp accurate to the second, and in many cases, GPS coordinates accurate to within a few meters. Mara had filmed that video at 9:47 p.m. The metadata said she was in her apartment, but the GPS coordinates didn't match her apartment. They matched the stairwell. Investigators now had a geographic anchor, a single data point placing Mara Voss within meters of the crime scene at the time the assault occurred. It wasn't enough, not on its own. Metadata can be corrupted, GPS can glitch. A good defense attorney could pull that thread for weeks. They needed more. And so began what one investigator later described, in an interview she gave on the condition of anonymity, as the most surreal digital excavation she'd ever been part of. Because here's what most people don't understand about deleted content. When you delete a video from TikTok, the post disappears from your profile. What doesn't disappear, not immediately, not always, are the traces it leaves behind. The CDN cache, the thumbnail servers, the preview files generated when the video was processed for upload, and the live stream. 3 weeks before the assault, Mara had done a casual live stream from her apartment. 42 minutes. Makeup tutorial mostly, unremarkable. But during that stream, she'd taken a phone call. She'd stepped into what she thought was off-camera, a hallway just beyond the left edge of the frame. She'd kept the call short, but not short enough. Viewers who'd watched it live remembered the call. A few had even screenshotted the subtitles generated by their TV's captioning app while mirroring the stream. Screenshots posted to Reddit, to fan Discord servers, still sitting there in the archives, indexed, time-stamped, publicly searchable. In those captions, mangled by auto-transcription, but coherent enough, Mara could be heard saying something to the person on the other end of the line. "I know what you did, and if you don't fix it, I will." The voice on the other end, Daniel Thorne. She knew him, she had a motive, and she had lied about both. By this point, the case had fundamentally changed shape. What had begun as a street-level investigation, canvass the building, pull the camera from the bodega across the road, interview the neighbors, had become something else entirely. It had become a digital archaeology project. Investigators, working with a forensic tech consultant, began systematically combing through 2 years of Mara's public content, not looking for what she'd said, looking for what she'd accidentally shown. And content creators, as anyone in the industry will tell you, accidentally show a lot. A reflection in a window, a document on a desk, a second phone screen visible in a mirror. In Mara's case, it was a conversation thread. 8 months before the assault, she'd filmed a desk setup video, aesthetic, softly lit. It had done extremely well, almost 4 million views. People had been obsessed with her monitor, her keyboard, her little potted succulent. Nobody had noticed the browser tab, until a frame-by-frame review, run at 0.25 times speed on the archived copy, caught it. A message thread, Mara's name at the top. The recipient, D. Thorne. The content was too small to read in full, but forensic image enhancement, the same technique used in surveillance footage analysis, pulled 3 legible words from the blur. "I need it back." Detectives would later establish that Mara and Thorne had been involved in a private financial dispute. Money lent, money not returned. A quiet, festering conflict that had been building for nearly a year, hidden in plain sight, buried in the background of content that millions of people had watched and never truly seen. Mara Voss was charged in March of 2022. At trial, the prosecution presented a chain of digital evidence that had been assembled, piece by piece, almost entirely from her own archived content. The GPS metadata, the livestream captions, the enhanced screenshot from a 4 million view desk setup video. Her defense argued that the digital evidence was circumstantial, that metadata could be manipulated, that fan archives were unreliable sources. The jury deliberated for 11 hours. She was convicted. Here is what I keep coming back to. Mara Voss didn't make a mistake in that stairwell that night. Or, if she did, that's not what caught her. What caught her was 2 years of building a digital self, of inviting strangers into her apartment, her routines, her phone calls, of treating the internet like a private journal and forgetting, somehow, that a private journal doesn't have 2.3 million readers. She deleted the video. She thought that was enough. But the internet had been paying attention the whole time. And the internet, it turns out, has an extraordinary memory. The metadata never lies. You've seen the evidence. Now you have to decide what's real. Don't get left in the dark. Click the video here to continue the investigation.